Welcome back, everyone. I'm Shortcut Sherry, and it's another Tip Tuesday. I'm doing something a little bit different today because we are working on 25 days of SharePoint. I'm dropping 25 blog posts over 25 days leading up to SharePoint's 25th birthday that's coming up on March 2nd. And my blog posts today, tomorrow, and the next day, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, are focused on this concept, and I wanted to share it with you. This might be a shameless plug for those blog posts, but I think it'd be really good information for you to have. Now, I always talk about my documentation hierarchy, and that depends on what state the document is in. There are 3 states that your document is typically in as you're working with it. It's either work in process, it's going to be current version, or it's going to be content that needs to be kept for either legal or historical reasons. We have to be in compliance, and we have to keep content for a certain amount of time. I explain these in the layers. These are different layers of your documentation strategy. The first one is your work in process, and that is the authoring layer. This is where content is actively being created. Then you have the publishing layer where you find the current version, and then you have your retention layer. So what state are those documents in those different layers? Your work in process is your active content. This is the stuff that you're currently editing or collaborating with other people. Now, you may have content that you need to keep and update periodically, and that's okay. Keep that in your authoring layer. Once it's ready for people to see, then it's going to be read-only in your publishing layer. That way people will not be able to edit or mess it up. It's the final version, and we don't want it in the file name, final, really final. This is the only place they should be finding that document by its name. And then in the retention layer, that's an archive, also read-only, but it is secured specifically for people that should be able to find it and not for everyone to find it. So where does that map to where content belongs in M365? In OneDrive, we have our personal documents or peer-to-peer collaboration. SharePoint is either communication sites or our team sites where we collaborate. And Teams, aka SharePoint, is where we have our chat files, which are mapped to OneDrive, and our Teams files, which are mapped to SharePoint. So nothing lives in Teams. For the authoring layer, where do we author? We author in Teams, we author in SharePoint, and we author in OneDrive. This all depends on the audience. Where do we create those documents and author them? We're going to split that out and give you some more detail. This is where we should be authoring. Your departments, formal groups, and projects are in Teams. Cross-functional and business processes should be in SharePoint. Productivity and informal content should be in OneDrive. Then we move to the communication sites for our publishing and our document center for retention. So I hope you'll check out the blog posts. I think they'll be really helpful to you in giving you more detail about what I'm sharing with you here today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week for another great tip. In the meantime, I'm Shortcut Sherry, and it's my job to make your job easier.